Hello, my lovelies. Happy New Year. This is going to be our very first message of 2025. Can you believe it? You made it through a really rough year. I feel like collectively things will slowly start to improve, and it might take a little while before things really get going again, but I do feel like 2025 is going to be a much better year. So we are going to do all 12 zodiac signs. They will be time-stamped in the comments. We're going to start with the sign of Aries. We're using a brand new deck. I just got it for Christmas from one of my kiddos. So let's see what the messages are. All right, so this tarot is called the Occult Tarot. It actually has 17th century demons on here, and I was a little hesitant to use this on the channel, but I've cleared it and blessed it, and it is all of the entities on this deck are also wrapped in a sigil, and it says that they are also protected by a guardian angel, so safe to use. All right, so it's very beautiful. It's got like red foil on the side, very intricate sigils on the front, really neat artwork on some of these. So I'm going to start using it as we learn it. It does have like the traditional tarot that it's associated with up here at the top. Then it's got the name of the deity here on the card as well, and the sigils to protect. All right, show me what the sign, of Aries needs to see for the next 7 days. Show me what they need to see. We're going to keep the messages short and sweet this week. There's going to be 7 cards, one for each day of the week, and then as I need to, I will start to upload some more for you guys over the week. But for the most part, we're going to have one big message for the weekly, and then, I will start to upload little shorter messages throughout the week for you guys. All right, so let's see. Interesting. All right, Aries. So we start with the Ace of Pentacles, Lafuge Rofocal. So this would definitely be your energy. I do feel like you have a lot of passion for something or someone right now. I also feel like there is this need to create, and I feel like this creative energy is also going to bring money to you, right? So we need that. So new beginnings could be a new job, new opportunities coming for you, but better finances and abundance coming in. Gives all worldly power and treasures and makes one rich quickly. So you could be calling in some energy of money to you this week. We love to see that. You also have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like, again, passion for maybe money, passion for creativity, Azazel. We have teaches holy secrets, instructs how to make weapons, and the art of seduction. Are you trying to maybe seduce somebody? I feel like that could also be something that's maybe on the forefront of your mind this week. You next have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like money is definitely going to start flowing to you, kind of like water in the beginning of the year, hopefully all throughout the year. We have Valak. Tells where treasures are hidden and reveals hidden dangers. So you have some protection around your finances. I feel like that's also incredibly important. The Grimoire. The Empress. Okay, so you do have somebody who's the object of your affection. I get the strong sense that you're trying to really build a life for you and another person. And I feel like you're focused on building your finances, you're focused on, creative pursuits, focused on building a legacy. And then I feel like, once you've secured those things, that's when you start to take action towards the person that you want. Spirit's telling me the love of your life, the object of your desires and attention. Okay, so the Empress, Grimoire, procures the love of a woman of any age, tells where treasures are hidden, and tells of the past, present, and future. So she could be a little bit psychic in nature as well. I feel like you're almost on this, that's so weird that they're telling me you're on like this vision quest. You're on this quest for knowledge. You're also on this quest for love and success. So Aries, I feel like 2025 is going to be your year, and I feel like it kind of kicks off with a bang. So I do feel like you have a lot of really interesting energy to start out your year. So I feel like you just kind of need to buckle up and go with it. We have the Hermit as well. So I do feel like you are maybe kind of in hiding at the moment, or you're doing a lot of deep spiritual work, shadow work. Furcus teaches philosophy, astrology, rhetoric, logic, palm reading, and divination in fire. Well, Aries, you are a fire sign, so you might use fire. That might be an element that really resonates for you. Maybe you scry in a candle. Scrying is where you're like channeling, you're focusing your gaze, kind of almost looking through it or past it in order to allow your third eye to kind of be opened. And that's what I do when I look out my window when I channel for you guys, is I kind of look past what I'm looking at, almost like you're in a daydream or in a daze, and then your third eye starts to open and you see things or hear things, feel things, and that's how I usually channel. All right, we have Fur, the Ten of Cups. Oh, you are going towards your happily ever after with your person. I love this for you. Okay, creates love between man and woman, creates thunder and great storms, and gives answers on divine secrets. So Fur might be the deity that's coming through to give you the spiritual answers that you need. What's funny is this one looks almost like a reindeer mixed with like a dragon. It's really interesting. The artistry on these cards is really unique. I don't have any decks in my collection that is anything like this, so I was really excited to start using this for you guys. And we end with the Queen of Cups, the Phoenix. Teaches all sciences, performs wonderful poetry, and follows all requests with excitement. So the little blurb down here is what this deity is used for, like what you would summon it to help you with. So I'm just giving you guys everything that's on it since it's our first time using it. And the Phoenix, so this one looks kind of like almost like a bird with peacock feathers, but I feel like it's really about evolution. So the Queen of Cups, she's somebody who's nurturing, loyal, affectionate, great mother. She's also a fierce protector, and I feel like that fiery energy is what kind of draws you to her, but also you love her softer side. You have the Empress and the Queen of Cups, so you have somebody that I feel like is very grounded. You have somebody that's very nurturing. You have somebody that I feel like would be an excellent partner for you. So I feel like you're focused on money, success, love, and really headed towards fame and fortune, but also towards like love and connection this week. So Aries, you've got a lot of really beautiful energy coming for you the first week in 2025. So get out there and enjoy it a little bit. Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you. Show me what Sag needs to know for their first week in 2025. Sagittarius, what do they need to see for their first week in 2025? All right, so I feel like you are kind of recovering. Maybe the holidays really drained you, especially financially. That could be a big thing. I feel like you need some downtime, but I feel like worrying about it isn't going to change it. So we just need to kind of be practical about things right now. You have Veil 4. So I do feel like the Four of Pentacles is always a card telling you that we need to not worry so much about things, but we also need to not be stingy with what we have. So don't hoard your resources. Make sure that you aren't operating from a lack mentality. Remember, even if that is your reality and you got 2 cents in your bank account, we don't want to encourage more lack. So we're not going to hoard resources. We're going to share what we're able to share, and we're going to make better choices going forward and not drain ourselves if at all possible. So Vow 4 tempts thieves to steal and serves as an excellent familiar. So there could be some temptation, especially if there's people in your energy that are thieves, and you want to be careful with that. You don't want those people around you anyway, so have some boundaries or cut them off. We have the Death card with Lucifer. So I do feel like there's some endings, and endings to poverty is what they're telling me. So we're going towards wealth and success. Provides liberation and illumination and incites jealousy and envy. Ooh, okay, so I'm picking up that you could have some people that are jealous. You could also be the one that's jealous. we are reading for you, but you could have people around your energy that are jealous or spiteful, envious, that might be trying to steal things that you have. So please guard your energy and be cautious of that. The Knight of Swords, Horus. Destroys and burns all enemies when requested and speaks to the creation of the world, tells of the past and the future. So I do feel like you're going to have some energy around that you can get rid of this should you want to. You can take action. You can get rid of these situations or people that are jealous and spiteful around you, and you don't have to continue on with that energy. So Judgment is also out here. I do feel like there could be maybe some crimes that have been committed against you, whether somebody stole something from you. I do feel like there could be a final decision that maybe you're waiting on, or something that's pending, maybe through the courts, a contract. But I do feel like it goes in your favor as long as you aren't doing anything nefarious. Belial. All right. Distributes promotions and high offices and causes one to be liked. So you might be kind of the center of attention somewhere. I also feel like maybe at your job or elsewhere that people really kind of like you. So maybe you're in like a boss situation. Maybe you're a higher up in your company and you're able to kind of hand out promotions or raises, things like that. Interesting. Maybe you get that deciding factor, because that's exactly what that card is saying. All right, we have Balaam. Page of Wands. Gives answers concerning the past, present, and future, and can make one invisible. Maybe you're cloaked in some invisibility right now in order to figure out who this person is that's a thief or envious of you. I do feel like you're going to cut somebody off. I feel like you're about ready to take action, but it's almost like you need all the information to do so. We have the Queen of Wands. You could be manifesting some big changes in your life starting at the beginning of the year, New Year's resolutions, things like that, or more. It could be the or more, really, that I feel like I'm picking up. Paimon. All right, we have teaches art and sciences, tells anything one desires to know, and gives dignities. Can make any man subject to one's demands. It gives good familiars. I do feel like the Queen of Wands is a master manifester, but I also feel like she's somebody who really kind of commands a room. She's somebody who she gets what she wants, really. She sometimes I feel like it's through manipulation tactics. Other times I feel like she's got it fair and square. But I do feel like she's somebody who, if she sees you as something she wants, she will go after it. She's not afraid to take risks. I also feel like she's somebody who knows what she wants, and she comes up with a plan of action to go after those things. So you could be coming up with some sort of plan to get rid of these negative people around you. And the Five of Pentacles. So money improvements are underway. If you start in a period of lack with the Four of Pentacles, things are changing for the better. But I do feel like you're going to be cutting some situations or people off, especially towards the first part of the year, whether you're blocking them on things like social media, in your phone, eliminating obstacles or people that are envious of you, because I feel like that's needed. Gamagen teaches all liberal sciences, gives an account of souls that died in sin. Interesting. I feel like horses are somehow significant to you as well. Maybe you live in a rural setting. Maybe you want a horse. Maybe just being around them helps you to feel more calm and stable. But I do feel like there's beautiful changes coming all the way around, and we're only 2 signs in. I feel like it's time for you to take action to eliminate what no longer serves your highest good, and I feel like it's going to come swiftly once you figure out who it is that maybe is no good for you or is potentially jealous or envious of you. Leo, let's see what's happening for you 2025. What do we got going on for Leo? Okay, we start with Buer, Ace of Cups. So there could be some new love coming in for you. I feel like there's this stubborn energy, but I feel like you need to soften to this new person that could be coming in. I feel like for some of you, it's going to kind of catch you off guard and take you by surprise. So are you open to receive right now? And if you're not, why not? You got 8 cards. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so Ace of Cups, pure. Teaches philosophy and the use of herbs, heals all diseases and disorders, and brings good familiars. Ironically, he kind of looks like a lion if you look at his face. So Leo, I feel like you need to open your heart to receive the love that you want. Queen of Cups echoes that. I feel like this is also telling you that you've got to nurture the things you want to grow. I feel like sometimes we have a bit of a rough exterior and we need to soften or mellow those things to allow the right opportunities to come in. You wouldn't want to scare away a potential partner, you know, with your roar if there's something that's really good for you in that offer. So be open to receive, nurture the things that you wish to grow. Could lead to your 10 of Cups, your happily ever after. I do think that that's something you want. I feel like you really desire partnership, but it's got to be with the right person. And you have Moloch, the devil. So I feel like you could be dealing with a Capricorn or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I also feel like the devil tells us that we've got a lot of temptations. There could be a lot of addictions, codependency, strings attached, things like that. And that's not what we want to deal with, long-term in a marriage, hiccups for confirmation. So I feel like you need to kick these bad habits to the curb so that this new offer can come in. I do think it's going to come in quickly with the Ace of Wands. I feel like this is an opportunity for passion to follow through with a creative project. I feel like this is something that kind of it gets you where you want to be. We also have the Empress, so that would be a divine counterpart that's coming in for you. Male or female, doesn't matter. The Grimoire. I feel like you're waiting for somebody to take action, and you have the Knight of Swords here. So that tells us that somebody is getting ready to take action, and I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it is the other person. And I feel like this person's gathering their confidence in order to come forward. So I do think that by the end of 2025, you're going to be in union, whether that's in a long-term relationship or even getting married with the Two of Cups. So there is this essence of a lot of newness coming in that leads to completion. You have, let's see, the Ace of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Two of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Empress. So I feel like this is going to be your person that's coming in for you. I feel like you're going through a lot of transformation. You have the Phoenix as well. The Queen of Cups in this deck is the Phoenix. And I feel like you're evolving into the best version of yourself. And so that's taken you a lot of hard work to kick these negative habits and to let go of these situations or people that weren't good for you so that you can actually get to the right partnership. So I feel like Spirit is trying to destroy all of the enemies of you. I feel like they're trying to make you see that you need to let go of any sort of negativity in your life to get to the really good stuff, because I do think you are going to complete this cycle this year. I feel like you're really going towards the finish line and in the best way possible. So it may take some work to overcome, all of these toxic cycles, relationships, things that weren't good in order to get to where you really are supposed to be. So we've got a new beginning coming in love that leads to completion. We've got the devil out here, which means that we're working through some obstacles. And then we have, new beginnings coming, nurturing those things, and then standing in our divinity in where we're supposed to be, and then taking action towards love, marriage, and commitment. I love that for you. Cancer, let's see what we've got going on for you for 2025. What's happening first week in January for the sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show us what they need to see. Whoever is watching for Cancer. Interesting. I do feel like there's feminine energy coming through. So let's see what cards we pull for the next 7 days. All right, Six of Swords. Okay, so we are leaving something behind, getting out of conflict and chaos in order to actually go towards peace and success. So I love that. We have Seer. Six of Swords travels the world over an instant and brings anything anywhere. Gives the truth about thefts and hidden treasures and willing to do anything one commands. All right. So I do feel like it's time for you to let go of something or someone that it brings conflict and chaos. Do you see it? This card's called Seer. I feel like you need to open your eyes and see it for what it truly is. Are you also a seer? Is your third eye opened? Are you psychically activated? Are you looking at the bigger picture? Because I feel like Spirit's trying to show you that life can be so much better than maybe we even realize. So do you see it? Are you resonating with needing to make changes? We have Baphomet, the Magician. So I do feel like you have a lot of changes that are going to be coming in for you in the first part of January. I feel like you need to remember to take good care of your health. It says gives health and financial prosperity and connects one safely with divine. So are you connecting to divine energy? And if not, why not? That needs to be a regular occurrence in your life. And so I feel like the Magician, you're creating the life that you want. Whether you realize that or not, your thoughts become things. So keep them positive and focus on your dreams and your goals and stay positive until they happen. The Sun, because I feel like you are going towards a really happy time in your life. The Sun is the happiest card in tarot, and it tells us that we have new beginnings and fresh starts, accomplishments, joy, marriage, children, all of that coming in for us. So I love that. Makes one rich, smart, and well-spoken, gathers spirits at tombs, and changes the places of the dead. That's funny. They're showing me like dominoes, and I feel like they're changing something. Spirit's trying to change something in your life. They're trying to like connect the dots, and they're trying to get you to see things differently so you can go down a new path. And they're saying, let the chips fall where they may, but that as you leave what does not serve you, you open up doorways of opportunities for love and success. I love that. You have the Strength card, Vine. Builds towers or destroys stone walls, causes rough waters, and finds witches. Well, we found one because I am one. I do feel like this is telling you that things are going to get exponentially better for you, but it will require strength and courage on your part. The Knight of Wands also tells us that we need to take action somewhere. Remember, wands move the quickest in tarot, so it's like fire. Things kind of go quick, burn out quick, almost like a match, right? So you strike the match, there it is, it's on fire, and then it's like, oh, hurry before it burns out. Like it could be very quick. So some sort of action, some sort of information is going to come to you quickly. Bathen teaches the value of herbs and stones, transports anyone suddenly from one place to another. I feel like you're going to move quickly. I don't know if it's physically moving. I feel like it is, only because we have the Six of Swords plus the Knight of Wands, which tells me that I feel like things are going to like really pick up the pace just very, very quickly. It's like, boom, this is done. Boom, that one. Boom, that one's coming in. Ooh, this idea. Oh, we got to leave this behind. Like quick, 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 quick. And I feel like it's going to align a lot of things, almost like the dominoes falling. Let the chips fall where they may. So it's a domino effect. Once one thing starts, it's like all the way down the line. I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes, and they happen really, really quickly. So get prepared for some fast moving energy. The Lovers, Zapar. Causes women to love men and brings them together in love and can make women barren. So you could be struggling with some infertility issues. I also feel like this is telling you it's time to make a choice about a love relationship. Is it good for you? Is it not good for you? Is it what you want? Is it going to lead to long term if you want that? Is it not? There's something in your life that has to end. You have Lucifer, which is the Death card. So I feel like there's this transformative energy around you the first part of the year, that it's like you're just going to let go of the things that don't work because you know something better is coming. provides liberation and illumination, and incites jealousy and envy. So while these doors might be opening up for you, other people might not have those opportunities, and I feel like there could be some jealousy around you, especially if all of a sudden things just really are turning around for you. Pay them no mind. I feel like you need to just focus on what's best for you. Let certain things go, right? Let the chips fall where they may, that it's going to be important for you to manifest and get where you're supposed to be. Expect some quick movement this week and continuing through January. I feel like it's going to have kind of a spill over into the other months of the year, but I feel like things really get kick-started for you in the first week or so of January. Pisces, my home team, what do we got going on for the first part of the year? What does Pisces need to see for their first week of January? Pisces, what do you need to see? What's happening for Pisces in their first week in January 2025? Pisces, what do they need to see? Five of Wands. Okay. I feel like there could be some conflict around you. I mean, holidays can be overwhelming. Thankfully, we will have processed through most of those by the time that this reading plays. So, Agaris. It says, teaches languages, causes earthquakes, overthrows politicians or clergymen, returns those who have run away. What is lost will be found is what Spirit's telling me. I do feel like we're going to see a change in who holds office besides the presidential election stuff for the United States. I feel like we're going to start to see things like the Pope. I get a strong sense that the Pope might pass of natural causes in the first part of January. I also feel like he may step down. If he doesn't pass right away, it might be stepping down. I feel like they might nominate somebody else to take his place. I feel like we're going to start to see world leaders change, lack of confidence in these people, and I feel like we're going to start to see governments, the direction of power, I feel like, is going to be redirected into the people's hands, which is where it should be all along anyway. And I feel like the people of the world are tired of the oppression. They're tired of things being so hard on us as a whole, and we're going to start to see, because we're in the age of Aquarius and Pluto's return, we're going to start to see dismantling of structures that don't serve the masses any longer. So I do think we're going to start to see some major changes in the first part of January. Eight of Swords, faux collar. These names are kind of difficult to pronounce. All right. Eight of Swords. So, kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, and will spare any life by request. Interesting. So, Pisces, your water sign, right? The fishes. Your energy is like the depths of the ocean. So, I feel like folklore might be an entity that you could end up working with. The Eight of Swords is all about not overthinking it. Ask the divine, what do you need? Do you need some help kind of making a clean slate? They're showing me gigantic waves kind of like overcoming ships as well. So there could be like some turbulent seas. There could be, it looks like big container ships to me. You know, the ones with the giant shipping containers on it, like toppling over. So there might be some major storms out at sea that are kind of wreaking havoc on certain parts of the oceans in the next part of January. I do feel like there's gonna also be this want to overthink things, but you've got to get your clarity, because overthinking it's just not going to cut it for you as well. Ace of Wands, Azazel. So I do feel like you have positive new beginnings coming in for you. I feel like you also need to kind of take life by the horns sometimes and go do creative projects. Go do things that get you excited again. Where are your passions? Are you still passionate about those things, people, events, or have you lost that spark? Because I feel like Spirit's trying to give you that spark back. And so maybe you're clearing your schedule so you can go do fun things again. I'm definitely doing that. I'm tired of working so much. And so I'm cutting way back on the amount of time that I spend doing videos, and TikTok's going by the wayside as of January 19th, supposedly. So we'll see how long we can have access to that in the United States. So we're just restructuring a lot of things, and that's kind of the name of the game come January. So teaches holy secrets, instructs how to make weapons, and the art of seduction. Ooh, Pisces, you might have some spicy energy coming in for you in the first part of January as well. So whether it's a passion project or a passionate new encounter, it sounds like it could be a lot of fun. The Three of Cups, so leading to celebration. I feel like you're going to have a lot of positive news coming in. Gushan reconciles friends, tells of the past, present, and future, and gives dignities and honors. I get the sense that Pisces, they're saying you might be discovered for something. Interesting. Maybe it's an artistic venture. Maybe it's you stepping out of a comfort zone. Maybe it's something you create. But I do get the sense that there's positive changes leading to acknowledgments and success. So I love that for you guys. The Ten of Pentacles, Barbados. Let's see. Understands the tongues of animals, uncovers treasures hidden by magicians, reconciles friends and enemies. So the Ten of Pentacles is like your lifetime achievement. They're saying lifetime achievement award. The Ten of Pentacles is like winning the lottery. It's like an inheritance, a lump sum of money. It's really never having to lack or to worry again. So whatever happens to come of that, whether you win like the Powerball or something, I do feel like you're stepping into where you're meant to be, and you're going to be this leader that you always wished you had. I feel like you're stepping in to fill these really big shoes. Matriarch, patriarch, I feel like you're the leader. You're going to be on top and you're going to lack for nothing. So beautiful energy coming in for you guys. The Three of Pentacles. Okay, so it will take teamwork to make the dream work. I feel like it's really important that you connect with source energy regularly. Or boss. Let's see. Answers questions about the past, present, and future. Gives dignities. Grants the favor of friends and foes, and a faithful servant. So I feel like it's really important that you are the faithful servant to source energy. Several years ago, I told Source that basically if you showed me what I was supposed to do, that I would do what my calling was. And I was really hesitant for a long time to do readings for people, to open up my mediumship abilities and use them, because I knew once I did, I couldn't go back. I couldn't just live a normal life. It wasn't possible. And while it was kind of a struggle in the beginning, almost 5 years later, I feel like this is what I was always meant to do anyway. And the sooner that you embrace your gifts and the sooner you step into your calling, the better life will turn out to be. So don't hesitate to just say yes to what Spirit has for your life and watch doors magically open for you. Align relationships and people and circumstances and events that coordinate with where you are supposed to be to help you to fulfill those shoes that Spirit wants you to step into. So just by being yourself, you're going to realize that people want to come in and assist you. They just want to help you for being you, and that you're going to start to see that life can be really, really good if you're open to it. So working well with Spirit's going to be a huge deal. And the Four of Cups. You may have an unexpected love offer coming in the first week. I do feel like this person wants you to choose them, and I feel like they have a lot of passion for you. I also feel like it could lead to a lot of financial success with you and this person. So Shax. Steals or fetches anything requested, including money and horses. Reveals secret things and brings questionable familiars. So I feel like you need to really ask Spirit for what it is that you need. I feel like you have deities that will help assist you, whether that's angels, demons, it's all balance, right? As above, so below. We have to have the light to also embrace the dark and vice versa. That's what creates this balance. And so when we learn to embrace both our light and our darkness, that is what creates the Zen within our body, our soul, our vessel. And I feel like it's really important that we start to focus on the balance as opposed to, I want to do only good things. Well, we're human, so we're going to mess up from time to time, and that's just life. We're supposed to learn lessons, and sometimes it's the hard way. Hopefully you get to a point in life where the lessons become easier and you recognize them sooner, so you don't have to keep, hitting your head against a brick wall to learn. But I feel like you have a lot of beautiful energy coming in, but I feel like you're going to overthink it a little bit. So be willing to cut off things that don't serve your highest good, and don't overthink that. I feel like you really need to focus on being your creative best, going out there and living life, going out there and exploring new options and doing things you're passionate about. And as a result, you gain this success and notoriety and financial gain, but it requires you to work well with spirit, your spirit team, God, source, spirit, the universe. And then the doors open and there's this new beautiful offer that's coming in. The question is, will you accept or reject? Gemini, I'm hearing a channeled song. You're like my halfway point in the reading. So I do like the fire and water, that's 6 signs. And then you're the first one to do the last 6 signs. So Gemini, I'm hearing, whoa, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. I can't remember who sings that. Maybe it's Bon Jovi. So that I'm not going to sing it and, hurt your ears or anything, but Bon Jovi, I think, is who it is, Living on a Prayer. It's an older song. Look it up. It's here on YouTube. I feel like there's something that they're saying, you made it by the skin of your teeth or on a wing in a prayer. So there's something that's changing for you in 2025 that I feel like you just barely made it, but you did it, right? You made it. You succeeded. So show me what Gemini needs to see for their first week. What does Gemini need to see? Ooh, the Phoenix. Yes, you are going through some major changes. Okay. So Gemini, I feel like, Phoenixes, they kind of go through this major transformation. This is the Queen of Cups in this deck. So like a Phoenix, you're going to go through this transformation, but as a result, whatever did not destroy you, you get to be resurrected, a newly transformed creature. So I feel like you're going through a lot of major changes. Teaches all sciences, performs wonderful poetry, and follows all requests with excellence. Maybe you write poetry. Maybe you don't and you want to. Maybe you should. Maybe that's a good way for you to express yourself. I get the sense that you're going through some sort of evolution, and I feel like the process will start to kind of slowly complete through the first part of January. I feel like you have maybe kind of hid in the shadows for a while, and you're about to emerge transformed and renewed. So interesting energy. All right, we have the King of Pentacles, Berith. Turns any metal into gold, gives one high offices and titles, and answers questions about past, present, and future. So I feel like it may take some time for you to get where you want to be, especially financially. But the King of Pentacles tells us that slow and steady wins the race. So are you willing to put in the effort to get where you want to be in life? And if you're willing to keep putting in the effort, you will be successful. That's like the card of CEOs. Maybe that's not the greatest thing, but it's like you're the boss, right? You're the one on top. That doesn't mean you have to be a dirtbag at the top. You could be one of those few and far between that's like a really awesome person to work for. It's like, we love our owner of our company. He's amazing. He's generous. He's smart. He's whatever, and he's grounded, and he treats us well. Like, there are some bosses out there that realize that the people at the bottom doing the grunt work are the only reason that the company is successful. And so if the guys at the top treat the guys at the bottom really well, guess what? Your productivity and your success is usually inevitable because your customers are happy, your employees are happy, and that makes you happy as well as really fucking rich. So treat the people at the bottom the same way you would treat the CEO. If you treat the janitor with respect and you treat the CEO the same way, well, guess what? You shouldn't ever have any mortal enemies, right? I feel like you'd be really successful. The Ten of Wands, you're completing some things. I feel like you're really letting go of some sort of heavy burden, and I feel like it's so necessary to get you to this next step of your evolution. So, Marabas. Causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden, and can make one shapeshift. I feel like you're the one that's shapeshifting, you're transforming, right? Because we have the Phoenix out here. So I feel like what's happening is you're like shedding like a snake sheds its skin, because you have to grow, right? And so in order for you to grow, you've got to shed what no longer serves you. You've got to almost like take off the mask or like unzip the suit in order to actually transform and emerge, almost like they're showing me like a peacock as its plume opens, you know, and it's like shaking its plume feathers and shaking it off, and then it lets out this like battle cry. And I feel like you're really shape-shifting into who and where you wish to be in 2025. Three of Pentacles. So you do need to work well with others. It's going to take some teamwork to get you to the top, but it's not impossible. You've got to keep going and putting in the effort, Ouroboros. All right, so answering questions about the past, present, and future gives dignities, grants the favor of friends and foes, and a faithful servant. And I feel like you're faithful to your craft, whatever that happens to be. You have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. We're really letting go of the painful stuff in our life. No more survival mode. It's time to get out there and actually live again. Malthus. Builds houses and high towers, destroys an enemy's thoughts and desires and all that they have built, and gives good familiars. So I feel like you're deconstructing all of the things that stand against where you are wanting to be, whether that is, you know, maybe buildings in your path. That's a strange one to come through, Spirit. But I feel like there's this sense of almost like a tower moment where I see things crumbling, and then out of the rubble we rebuild, right? It's the same thing with the Phoenix. Out of the ashes you will rise. And I feel like if you can get your head in the game, I feel like you will really shift things for the best for your future. But it's almost like you've got to get your head screwed on straight and be practical first, and then that spark of creativity hits, and that's what gets you catapulted forward. All right, Queen of Wands, you could be manifesting this. Paimon, I feel like there is this sense of urgency coming through of like, I've got to get this stuff figured out, and you will. So patience is definitely going to be required, but I feel like things are going to start to go forward quickly. I also feel like you could be all of a sudden getting a lot of attention, good or bad. Teaches art and sciences, tells anything one desires to know, gives dignities, can make any man subject to one's demand, and gives good familiars. So I feel like you're going to have a lot of help along the way in order to really open up these opportunities that you've been manifesting. And the Queen of Pentacles, Hagenti, let's see, makes one wise and teaches everything, can turn any metal into gold, and transmutates water into wine. Oh, I love that. All right, so I feel like you have a lot of things that are really going to change for you, and it could start as soon as the first week in January, but I feel like there is a lot of endings that take place in order to transform into the new beginnings. So you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Swords, or excuse me, King of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. I feel like you also have some feminine energy in there with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, that you're going to nurture your manifestations to grow. You also have the Queen of Pentacles, King and Queen of Pentacles. I do feel like business is going to start booming for you. I feel like you might have a business relationship. It could also be a marriage partnership. Maybe you work together, but I feel like you're just really going to start to take off. But we've got to close out these old cycles first. It's like transformation comes out of all of the brokenness. And I feel like if you're willing to say no to the brokenness and start to rebuild, that's where things really start to take off for the better for you. Libra, let's see what's happening for you this first week of 2025. What's going on for Libra? Show me what they need to see for the next 7 or so days. Folklore. Folklore. I can't say these names yet. Okay, 8 of Swords. So, air signs, you govern the mind, right? But sometimes your thoughts are creating more conflict and turmoil than they need to. So we need to see the truth in the reality and get out of our head and out of our own way. So, folklore. I feel like this deity is helping you to let go of the negative ways of thinking. It says kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, and will spare any life by request. I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you that they're going to kill these negative thoughts. And so that's going to allow you to regroup and to get your head screwed back on straight and think positive over things. The Sun, yes. See? So positive changes are coming if you can let go of the negative ways of thinking. The Sun is the happiest card in tarot, and it tells us that we have new beginnings and fresh starts and accomplishments coming in. And so we need to be positive, and we need to realize that positive things can happen. This is marriage, commitment, children, accomplishments, joy, and a fresh start coming in for you. So boon could be helping you. It says, makes one rich, smart, and well-spoken, and gathers spirits at tombs and changes the places of the dead. So the spirits might be trying to contact you in order to help you facilitate these changes for the better. I feel like the King of Cups is always somebody who would be a welcomed partner. It's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Pretty strong Scorpio energy. Alloser. Teaches astronomy and liberal arts and brings good familiars. I feel like the King of Cups is somebody that would be a great father figure. It would also be a great partner, somebody who brings that calming, nurturing side to a relationship where you govern the mind, they would cover the emotional side of things, and it would kind of be a good balance. I do feel like sometimes air signs aren't good at showing their emotions, so they might help you to actually be more in touch with those things that could actually be good for you. The Four of Wands. So they're leading to stability. I feel like this is an important thing for you to see, that you need something stable in your life right now. Person. Knows all things hidden, answers truly about things earthly or divine. I do feel like you're going to get some truth from somebody that maybe you didn't know if they were actually interested in a long-term commitment. I feel like that's about to change. I feel like there's some endings that are going to take place. We have the Death card with Lucifer here. So remember, endings bring new beginnings. Maybe you called it quits with this person, but they might be coming back around. Provides liberation and illumination and incites jealousy and envy. So watch out for jealous people. I do feel like sometimes when you're on top of your game, on top of the world, everybody kind of comes out of the woodworks trying to throw a monkey wrench in it and just fuck your day up. So don't let that happen. The Three of Cups, Gushan, reconciles friends, tells of the past, present, and future, and gives dignities and honors. There's some reason to celebrate coming in. So it could be an engagement. For some of you, it could be maybe you're attending someone else's wedding. Maybe it's a new relationship that leads to marriage, but there's stability and happiness coming in with a new partnership. If you don't overthink it, can you let go of that? I feel like that's going to be an obstacle. And the Ten of Wands, Marabas. So I feel like if you can let go of the heavy burden, the weight of other people's opinions on you, and focus on what you want, you're going to go towards a happy, stable commitment. Causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and hidden things, and can make one shapeshift. Are you shapeshifting? Are you transforming? Are you letting go of what's negative? Because the rest of your reading is all positive, but you've got to stop overthinking it and make a clear decision on what you wish to let go of so you can allow the blessings to flow. Aquarius, my aqua sauce. Let's see what's happening for you this week. What do we have? What's going on for Aquarius? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do they need to see for their first week in 2025? What's happening for Aquarius? Like that this deck is not just spitting cards out randomly. It's like really actually letting me shuffle, which I love. Some new decks, they really stick together and it's hard to get like a good shuffle. This one's fantastic. I love it so far. All right. Ooh, Azazel. Okay, we start with the Ace of Wands for you. So I get the sense that there is this creative and flirtatious energy is what Spirit's saying coming in for you the first week of 2025. So I feel like this is also telling you that some secrets might be revealed about how people feel about you. Azazel. So I feel like this is a higher entity. I'd have to look at the book really quick. Let me pause one sec. So these are some of the rulers. Azazel is one of the rulers of this deck. It says teaches astrology, logic, and rhetoric, philosophy, palm reading, and divination by fire. Resonates with the Ace of Wands in the traditional tarot. So these would be some of, like, I get the sense that you're going to be called to maybe like a leadership position in some regard in your life. So don't be surprised if you're not. It says teaches holy secrets, instructs how to make weapons, and the art of seduction. Creativity, passion projects, following through with something that maybe has been on the back burner. But I feel like you're going to be called into like the spotlight or being called to be a leader in some way, shape, or form. Three of Wands, Viol. Procures the love of a woman and tells things past, present, and future. Builds love between friends and enemies. So I get the sense there's this need to collaborate and work well with others, but I also feel like there could be a bit of a third wheel somewhere. I get the sense that there's also been a very long waiting period for some reason or another. And I feel like the passion is driving you towards a certain someone. I don't feel like it's a thing. I feel like it's a someone. I feel like the Ten of Wands is telling you that it's time to let go of heavy burdens, let go of things that don't serve your highest good, and really just leave it in the past. Leave it in 2024 and go forward in a new direction. Marabas causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden, and can make one shapeshift. You're changing. I mean, that's kind of the name of the game, right? And so in the stillness of winter, I feel like there's a lot of construction, internal workings going on in the collective that's going to lead us to emerge in spring, transformed and transnewed into this beautiful new energy. So I feel like we really do need to make sure that we're going towards positive changes and leave the past in the past. King or Knight of Pentacles, Tarotbydamsel. It says teaches the virtues of herbs and stones, makes birds appear and behave as though tame. Why do I get the sense that you're gonna like master something in this time frame? I also feel like you're connected to a lot of different elements. The Knight of Pentacles is about movement, so there could be some job prospect, night spring news. There could be unexpected visitors arriving at your home or place of business. You could be moving to a new location. You could be changing jobs at this time. So there's definitely positive movement forward. The Seven of Pentacles. Currently, though, there's a lot of frustration around work and money. So don't give up. I feel like if it's worth it to you, you got to keep going, right? So Nibiris teaches art, sciences, and rhetoric, restores lost honors and dignities, and takes honor and dignity from others. I feel like if people have been talking shit behind your back, I feel like you need to put something in place that basically says, you know, anytime someone talks shit about me, that abundance flows to me. So put all the dirt on my name you want, because anytime my name is in your mouth, it creates abundance for me. I feel like you're going to be restored. Whatever has been stolen from you is going to be restored. It's like karma is rectifying the situation, right? So there's things that need to be restored, be balanced in order for things to keep flowing. It's like a scale, right? And so if one thing is way out of proportion and then one thing's way out of proportion here, where do we find the balance? Something has to change in order to restore that. And I feel like that's what's happening. There's some sort of restorative energy that's coming in this week. And death, with endings bring these new beginnings, right? So we've got to let go of the old to get to the new. Provides liberation and illumination and incites jealousy and envy. So there could be people that are jealous of how successful you are. I feel like a really good opportunity for work just kind of falls into your fucking lap. And I feel like people are going to be, how the hell did so-and-so? Fuck them. Seriously, just fuck them. Just chuck it in the fuck it bucket and move forward. You aren't going backwards. You are going forward. So what's behind you doesn't matter. What's in front of you is what matters. So keep your sights focused on your goals and keep chasing those dreams and goals. And the Eight of Swords, folklore. Folklore. I don't know why I can't say this name. Kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, and will spare any life by request. So I feel like you are, I feel like you're sparing your enemies. I almost get the sense that it's like you want them to see how good you are doing so they can realize what a true valuable person you were when they had a chance, and now they have no access to you. Wow. Okay. So someone's bossing up. I feel like January is going to be a pretty powerful month for you, Aquarius. So let the haters hate and keep going forward. I feel like you have new job opportunities coming in, passion projects or romantic relationships, but you've got to end the overthinking and be willing to be patient in order for these blessings to come in for you. Virgo, let's see what's happening for you our first week in January 2025. Show my Virgos what's happening for 2025. Show Virgo. All right, the world. Wow. Vapula. Makes one skilled in labor and crafts, increases knowledge of philosophy and science. The world. A world of opportunities is going to soon be at your fingertips. You're closing out old cycles so something new can take its place. So what needs to be left behind in the old in order to get to the new? There could be travel involved. Maybe you're going to travel, move, relocate. I feel like jobs could be changing, but success is coming for you. Three of Wands, Viol. So I feel like there is this need to really collaborate. But there's also this waiting game, right? It's like the timing has to be right in order for things to actually happen in our 3D reality. Procures the love of a woman. You're waiting on love. Tells of things past, present, and future, and builds love between friends and enemies. So I feel like we're resolving a lot of things, and I feel like that's what opens up this door to a whole new world of opportunities. If you've had a lot of really heavy things happen in, let's say, the last 5 years of your life, that was building us up. This is a 9 year. So last year, 2024, was an 8 year. If you add all of the digits in the year and you reduce it down to 1, it becomes that vibration for that year. So this year is a 9. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. So 9 is almost a completion. This year we get to reap the rewards of everything we've worked through in the last several years to get to this point, and we're almost done. So pat yourself on the back, enjoy the fruits of your labor and the things that you've worked so hard for, and live a little bit. Enjoy yourself, because that's the point we're at this year. This year's going to be about enjoyment. This year's going to be about thriving, not just surviving. And so while it might take a little bit of time to get us to that point, in the end, we're going to actually get to enjoy some of what we've been working towards. The Ace of Wands, Azazel. So I do feel like there is a lot of newness coming in. I feel like you have passion for something or someone. Teaches holy secrets, instructs how to make weapons, and the art of seduction. So there could be somebody that's captured your attention that you want to go after. The Three of Cups, Gusan. I feel like this is telling you that you're going to be successful, that there's some positive changes and news coming in for you as well, and reconciles friends, tells of the past, present, and future, and gives dignities and honors. There could be some positive news for you to celebrate. I feel like some of you are getting promoted or raises at work. I feel like you're just kind of on cloud nine right now. Remember that we need some endings to get to our new beginnings. We have the Death card with Lucifer. So this tells us that we have a lot of things coming to an end, right? Because we're almost to completion. So the things that don't serve us, we have to leave behind, and then that opens up new doorways of opportunities. Provides liberation and illumination, insights, jealousy, and envy. There will be some people that are jealous of your success. Let them be. If they didn't do the work, they haven't earned it. The Nine of Cups. So you have a wish fulfillment coming in for us. It says, teaches logic, ethics, and the value of herbs and stones, can make one invisible, helps one to be intelligent and long-lived, and can recover lost items and find treasures. What was I saying about doing the work? He's lifting weights, right? So you got to be willing to put forth the effort to be successful. And I feel like you have been. You've been very strong through a lot of these challenges. And now it's time to actually kind of show what you're made of. The Hanged Man, Bifrons. Let's see. Teaches natural and planetary sciences, lights corpse lights above graves, and moves bodies so the souls may be stolen. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like the Hanged Man energy is always about seeing the bigger picture and really being illuminated what needs to change. And most of the time, I would say the Hanged Man involves us kind of going through a spiritual awakening or an epiphany comes, and it helps us to see where we're holding ourselves back. It's like the self-reflection of sacrifice. Are you sacrificing what you really want? Is it worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? And if it's not, stop it. Just stop it. Go in a different direction. If it is worth it, then keep going until you see where you want to be, till you see the results. But I do feel like you've got to see a bigger picture in order to actually change things for the better. So I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to show you. We let go of what doesn't serve us to get to a wish fulfillment and to follow our passions, and it's been a long time coming. So close out the old cycles and begin a new chapter. Taurus, let's see what's happening for you. What does my bull gang need to see? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's happening for them for the next 7 days? Ooh, okay, the Nine of Wands. So we do have this guard up. We have a big wall, and I feel like the wall is protecting our soft, squishy little heart. But at the same time, something's got to change, but you fear change sometimes. So can you step out of your comfort zone and let your walls down? Marchosius. Let's see. A strong and faithful fighter follows all commands and answers all questions. I feel like you've fought long enough. You know, you've fought enough battles. Can you find the peace instead of the chaos? And I feel like if you're willing to step out of a comfort zone, that yes, you can. But that requires change, right? And so the change is what we kind of fear. So let's let go of the fear and see where it takes us. The Fool, cameo, gives understanding of animals and the voice of the waters, answering of things to come. Spirit wants you to let your guard down and take a step in a new direction and try new things. The Fool is Aries energy, and it also is telling us that we really need to look before we leap. So what are you getting yourself involved with, first of all? And if you understand what all those things are, then you take that leap of faith. You know exactly what could happen, right? So we kind of play the what if game. Well, if I take this risk, this could happen. And if I don't take this risk, this could happen. And that eliminates the fear, allowing you to take that next step. All right, we have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're going to overthink it because change can be scary, but you need to realize that without change, we become stagnant. Folklore, let's see, kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, and will spare any life by request. We've got to stop the overthinking. That's what's holding us back from things that we want to be in. And because we're overthinking it, we're in this period of like limbo or stagnation, and we don't want that. The Ten of Pentacles, Barbatos, understands the tongues of animals, uncovers treasures hidden by magicians, and reconciles friends and enemies. I feel like you're going towards a huge, prosperous time, things that you've worked very hard for. It could be an inheritance that's coming to you. It could be a lottery win. It's more money than you would be able to spend in one lifetime, and it affects generations, so it's generational wealth. The Emperor, but Baal, let's see, controls the weather, rain and lightning, cures or causes pestilence. The Emperor, I feel like you're bossing up. I feel like you're stepping into your divine masculine energy. I feel like this is telling you that you're going to be a leader. I feel like you're also going to be first at something, maybe the first successful one in your family, maybe the first one to break certain cycles, but I feel like it leads to a big period of celebration with the Three of Cups. So this tells us that we have some positive changes and good news coming in, a reason to celebrate. Gatherings, birthdays, anniversaries, parties, celebratory news. Aim. Reveals secrets and increases one's intellect and spreads destruction by fire. So if it doesn't work, burn it to the fucking ground. Figuratively, not literally. Please don't go burn anything to the ground. Obviously, if it's something that, spiritually speaking, you're energetically letting go, write it on a piece of paper, fold it away from you 3 times, and light that bitch on fire and let it fucking burn. Symbolically, create that line in the sand that you will never return. You're burning that bridge once and for all so you can go towards success and happiness. And the Two of Wands, Ipos, tells of the past and the future and can make one intelligent and bold. So I feel like you're about to take a step in a new direction. I feel like you've just got to figure out what it is you want going forward before you take that first step. But the Two of Wands is about the future. It's about planning. What direction do you wish to take your future, and how do you intend on getting there, right? The first step can sometimes be the hardest. But that's why once you step into your Emperor energy, all of a sudden things start to align. The money will be there, so you don't need to worry about that. You do need to be cautious, but I don't feel like you need to kind of have such high walls, because once you're in that Emperor energy, there's not much that can actually touch you. Like, that's top tier there. So think about what you want, but don't overthink it. And when Spirit tries to tell you to move, be willing to go in that direction. It leads to your success in the future. And last but not least, our Capricorns. You're in Capricorn season. Let's see what we've got going on for you guys. We have the Two of Wands. We start with Ipos. So I feel like Spirit is trying to call you out of your comfort zone and ask you what you desire for your future, but you've got to pick a direction on which way you intend to go. Tells of the past and the future can make one intelligent and bold. I think you're getting ready to make a bold move to go in a new direction, but that creates a tower moment. So expect some big changes in your season, Capricorn. I feel like this is also telling you that the tower has to fall before you can rebuild, before you're able to actually transform the energy and be able to actually start fresh, start new. So remember, out with the old and in with the you, right? In with the new you. New year, new you. So Visaggio. It says, promoter of discord, war, arguments, and falsehood, gives generous responses. So this deity, this demon, is telling you that things are about to drastically change in your life, and they will change for the better. So a tower, while sometimes uncomfortable while we're going through it, ultimately leads to a fresh start and a new beginning. The Seven of Wands, Galacia Labolius, causes murder and bloodshed. It tells of things to come and causes the love of friends or enemies. Can make one invisible. So there might be some major destruction going on around the world. Not necessarily in just your life, but around the world. So I feel like we're going to hear about foreign wars for some of us. For some, it could be like in our own homeland. But I feel like the Seven of Wands is all about boundaries. It's all about drawing that line in the sand that people cannot cross. So if you don't have boundaries, if you don't defend what your beliefs are, people will walk all over you. And I feel like as a collective, human beings as a whole are starting to stand up to people or situations, governments, and things that have suppressed our desires and our happiness. And so we're fighting back. We're taking back control and power into our own hands. And I feel like we're going to start to see a lot of things crumble because we're in the age of Aquarius. choice, and that's exactly what it's about. Innovation, technology, advancements, and new ways of thinking or doing things. We're deconstructing the confines of what doesn't work any longer, especially if they're age-old things that have been in power for over 200 years in the United States, right? So we may have to dismantle things in order to rebuild better. And I feel like that's what's about to happen. And the Four of Swords, semi-ease. I'm going to have to look up the pronunciation of some of these. All right. It says, teaches grammar, logic, and rhetoric, can make one appear like a soldier. Yeah, I feel like we're going to see some, what do they call that? What is the right word, Spirit? Like grandstanding, you know, it's like it's a pissing contest basically. They're showing me like people beefing with each other. You know how you'll see people and they'll do the like fist bump, or not the fist bump, the chest bump, where they're like, ugh, you know, it's like it's a pissing contest. I feel like people are going to basically try and show who's the bigger, badder entity here, and what's really going to happen is we're going to see the real winner come out. So if they're fronting, if they're bullshitting about, you know, what they have and what they're capable of doing, I feel like they're about to get their shit rocked. And there's no two ways about that. So I do feel like the Four of Swords is all about needing rest. And I feel like we've gone through a lot of major ups and downs in the last several years. And I feel like this is trying to kind of get us back on an even keel. So we need the boundaries, we need the change, we need a decision about the future, and then we need some fucking rest, right? Because we're fucking tired. We're tired of war, we're tired of drama, we're tired of things that don't work. It's like, let's clear the air. Let's get a fresh slate. Let's turn over a new leaf and let's start something so much better. And the Knight of Cups, Belith. All right, causes all the love that may be, both of men and of women. So you have a new love offer that's coming in for you. I feel like this person's really generous, somebody who really wears their heart on their sleeve. They're a romantic. I do feel like you need to rest while you can, because I feel like this person kind of wants to whisk you away to this beautiful land is what they're telling me. So maybe you're going to travel with this person, but I feel like this person genuinely wants to come in and show you how beautiful love can actually be. But I feel like you're going to overthink it. The Eight of Swords. So kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, and will spare any life by request. So I feel like it's so important that you don't get carried away with something you're unsure of. If you're unsure, I would suggest that you pause. I would also say that you need to be open to new possibilities, and that you need to overcome the pain that you have struggled with the Three of Swords. This is overcoming heartbreak, pain, grief, loss, mourning, and realizing that it's time to actually heal. Ram. Says, steals treasures from kings, destroys cities and the dignities of men, tells of things past, present, and future, and causes love between friends and foes. So I feel like this is so strange. Spirit's showing me like castles crumbling. I feel like this is telling us that empires will fall, and that there will not be this division between the masses and like the top tier 1% of like dignitaries and leaders. I feel like we're about to rectify the situation and make it more equal to all involved. That we don't wish to see poverty, and we don't wish to see disease and destruction. We wish to see equality, and I feel like that's collectively what we're working towards, right? 5D is Christ consciousness, so it's equality and love and peace and harmony and working well with others. And I feel like that's why the Tower is present, because at the end of this year, 2024 into 2025, we're starting to see the power shift, and we're starting to see all of these things turn around, and that the people are speaking up, and that they don't wish to continue the way that things have always been done. And so I feel like in the next several months, we're really going to start to see some major changes. And I feel like it has to happen in order for us to really achieve the next step. And with the Two of Wands out here as your first card, that tells us that the changes have to happen to get you to the next chapter. So embrace the change. You could have some love coming in. You definitely need to stand your ground somewhere, and you need to not overthink it, and it is time to heal. So what has harmed you needs to be released in order for you to actually focus your energy on positivity, change, and love going forward. That is what I have for you, my lovelies. I hope you have a wonderful first week of January. We'll see you soon.